Hello, Rochelle, coming at you with our very first podcast, and the topic is going to be called The Art of Saying No. I chose this topic because I am the first one to tell you that I do not say no. I'm a person that if I have it, you can have it. If I can do it, I'm gonna make myself available to do something for you. If somebody asks or whatever the case may be, I'm the one that's saying yes. I don't put myself first or think about, I'm tired, I have this to do or whatever. I don't usually do that. Usually if I can do it, I feel like I can do it, then I'm going to do it. I'm the one that feels like I'm obligated to help everyone and take care of people, and I'm learning that that's not really the case. Mostly because when I'm that open and I'm helping people and I'm available to people, it's not always reciprocated. And that's not a good feeling, because you start to feel like, well, why am I running around saying yes and running myself in the ground when the feeling isn't mutual. So I'm learning to say no, just to give myself a place of peace within, because I need to learn how to put me first and do things for myself and not always feel obligated to people. And it's not a bad thing. In my head, I don't think it's a bad thing. But in all actuality, it actually is, because I do things, go above and beyond and do things for people that most people wouldn't. And I probably shouldn't be doing that. But I will say that I'm a work in progress. It's something that I'm really learning little by little, just to, it's okay to say no. And I'm learning also that because I've said yes, it kind of puts me in a bind or in a sticky situation in most instances. And I'm the only one standing there. I don't have anybody there that's helping me or can get me out of the situation. So I say all that to say, just to kind of get your feedback on, what do you think about saying no? Are you a person that says yes all the time, if you feel like you're obligated to people? Or are you a person that says no, like, I'm okay with saying no, you're not going to drive me crazy, just what's your feedback? Or if you're a person that's okay with saying no, what's some feedback for those of us who are learning to say no, or not quite there yet, and are trying to figure out that we need to, put ourselves first and not always just be available to everyone else. I will say that it is, for me, it's a daily struggle, because I try to be a good person. I try to, if I can help people, I really try to. If I can help any situation or circumstance or whatever the case may be, I really try to. But I'm understanding also that it's not always in my benefit. It's not always the wisest decisions to make. Even though I could be helping somebody at the time, it's not really always a wise decision. And that's okay. We live and we learn and we change things around and do things different. And that's not to say that you're not supposed to help people and you're always supposed to say no or whatever. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is that you have to have some limitations. I feel like you have to have some limitations to what you're obligating yourself to. And also just to give yourself some space and, like I said, a place of peace, because sometimes when we always say yes to or we say yes to this person, or they want us at this event, or they want us to do this, and can you do that for me? And we get turned around in 100 different directions, and we don't have time for ourselves. We don't have time for just to settle and have that place of peace and just be okay with us. We don't have time for that, and we end up running ourselves in the ground, because we're running and ripping and doing all these things and all of that kind of stuff, and we don't really give ourselves time to recoup and re-energize ourselves. So it's not always about just doing, it's about us as well, and making sure that we're taking better care of ourselves, because if we're not taking care of ourselves, we'll be no good to help anybody else. But I would love your feedback to see what are your thoughts. for those of you who are okay with saying no and not really, tied to people, and for those of you who are don't make yourself as available as people like me, what are some of the things that you do, or what's kind of your thought process and your mindset on how you're okay with saying, no, I'm not going to be able to do this time, or what have you. And just, how are you able to get around, the I guess the old people would call it being soft-hearted. How are you able to get around being soft-hearted? Because at times I feel like that's me, because sometimes I'm more concerned about how something's going to affect somebody else more than it's going to affect me, and I'm right smack dab in the middle of it. But again, like I said, it's a process, but I would love your feedback, comments, or what have you. Thank you for listening. See you next time.